Now, the sisters that are now in their 50s are telling me, when I was younger, I didn't like nice guys. But too often, when they figured it out, sometimes it's too late for sisters because we got such a disproportion of men in this society. The ones that's in jail, you see what I'm saying? The ones that's already married, the ones that's gay, and then the ones that's dysfunctional, sexually, and some that's bums or some type of thing that you can't even deal nothing with. So the point I'm trying to make here is, a lot of times when they figure it out, it's too late for a lot of sisters. You see what I'm saying? It's too late for a lot of sisters. So that's a bad misconception, and I'm glad I went back to that question because that is major. You understand what I'm saying? And they must challenge this idea, or they must challenge this, because the simple fact here is, some of these girls are not, all men are dogs. No, some of these girls, they draw to them these types of things based on what they like. They say think, and it is. Well, they have a certain concept of what they like, and they draw this to them. And a lot of times, it is dog men. There was a guy from your neck of the woods, New York, down in college with me. This brother was a straight-up psychopath. He would go to jail every semester for fighting and all this, and it didn't get, okay, when he was a freshman, that's all right. He just coming out of high school. But it didn't get no better each year until they finally threw this nigga out of school and stuff for just raising too much hell. They waited till his senior year and they got his ass and threw him out of school. And I remember the day his father was coming to pick him up, they literally had to pry this girl from his neck. He is one of the biggest psychopaths on the campus of thousands. He was the worst. And I noticed he didn't have no trouble with women. You see what I'm saying? None with women. Then when a woman try to sometimes say, I'm severely damaged, you see what I'm saying? Now on the other hand, she has to look at this psychopath that she has conjured up. Now on the other hand, I have known guys with 4.0s. These motherfuckers could build radios out of this damn table. Build a damn race car out of some fucking fabric. These niggas are now CEOs of corporations now. And the same women are going, huh? Why can't I meet a man like that? And they didn't even consider them. You see what I'm saying? When they were young. So this is one that's a vicious cycle. You know, yeah.
All right. Want another?
Yeah, how many more you got?
A couple more.
Well, just might as well finish them off.
Yeah, we're going to knock them out. All right. Damn, you just did this one. But it leads into something deeper. How are people able to get with the wrong person?
Right.
And what makes love so powerful that people can be blinded by love?
Okay. Well, on one aspect, I can add a little light to say that they say that love is because they say that love is a opposite of unions. A union of opposites. So by love being a union of opposites, I can see how it can be very powerful when you like a person who's not like you, which makes a lot of sense. And I think too often that's what happens when they can get with the wrong person also. And be very attracted to them. So there's a metaphysical aspect of the woman being attracted to somebody, you see what I'm saying, that's not like her and stuff. But it's a thin line, you see, with abuse. But it goes back to the same thing. The wrong person could very well be an entrapment of something you think you want. And it's always based on a survey of what you should have. You see what I'm saying? A survey of what you should have, and understanding this type of stuff. Right. So yeah.
Okay. Here we go. This is a grand champ question, and I'm sure you hear. Why are black people so in love with their enemies?
With their enemies. Okay, well, since we talk about love, I guess that can be a form of love. I think that's a perverted form of love. That's Stockholm syndrome. So in that particular case, that's not really true love. But some of the same principles of opposites attract applies. You understand what I'm saying? Down here, but on the other hand, it's a perverted aspect because the simple fact here is it's a form of mind control, Stockholm syndrome, where the kidnapped falls in love with the kidnapper. Or the battered woman falls in love with the man that is the batterer. You see what I'm saying? It's the same Stockholm syndrome. And I think that's the perverted aspect of it. You see, of it. But on the molecular, on the deep psychological levels, we like sometimes that which is different. And John Henry Clark said, how did we become so fascinated? You see what I'm saying with white folks? But then again, let's look at contrast. And I think this got something to do with other races. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. We can go to Europe now, and they say that they are fascinated with black folks.
Especially American black.
American black men and black women.
Right.
And singers and stuff like that. But I'll give you an American case. There was a high school teacher that was from South Dakota. And he said because there was a black family that moved into the community. And there was the only black family. He said, and they would invite them all to, everybody wanted to invite the black family to dinner. He said it got so bad until they damn near had fights on who was going to invite the black family to dinner because they wasn't used to them, so it became an infatuation. So sometimes the contrast, you see that white skin in a black community, it represents something so different. You see, and although you see it on TV, I'm talking about the contrast of you in a black community, everybody in there black, and you got this white person walking around. And it can either go either way. It can be very strange looking, or it can be fascinating. You see what I'm saying? On the subconscious level. But what he's talking about is based on mind control. We love that which hates us, and that is the Stockholm syndrome. That which has terrorized us. And that's called a pedagogy of the oppressed. The oppressed falls in love with the oppressor because why? He has the mind of the oppressor. So they take the mind. If I hate black folks and I give this black person my mind by wiping his mind out, simply by eliminating his culture, then that black person who receives my mind that hates black people, he will hate black people also because the mind becomes in opposition to the body. And he will also love white people. You understand what I'm saying? He would love white people because he has the white mind. So the oppressed take on the mindset of the oppressor. That's they say, whoever controls the people controls the mind of the children.
So that form of mind control, that was intentionally done, or you think it's just a byproduct, or is it like a psychological byproduct, or did the enemy know they gonna love us more than they love themselves? We're like, along with that Christianity teaching.
Remember now,
turn on the cheek shit, you know, like
remember now, it was a process of learning what to do. Remember now, we were in lab experiments in the breeding farms. of slavery.
Right.
See, a lot of times we miss